This Shadow Charizard team is insanely broken. We got Shadow Machamp, Shadow Charizard, and then we have Lantern. I have used this team to get veteran in past seasons. I do recommend maintaining alignment with this team. We have Shadow Machamp as the lead. For this first match, we had an incredible lead. And then they swapped out to a Medicham, so we hard countered them with the Shadow Charizard. I was counting and I was able to shield that Psychic. It was not a bait. I was really happy about that. I'm going to go ahead and farm them down quite a bit, right? We're at a range now where this Dragon Claw would easily be able to take out this Medicham, right? And I can also CMP, which is really good because they snuck in that Power Punch and allows me to try to CMP, but they did sneak another Power Up Punch there. Nah, not a Power Punch, guys, a counter. And now they're going to go ahead and throw. That would have been honestly really funny if I was able to get to that other Dragon Claw and take out the Medicham there. And if you guys haven't already, make sure to leave a like and also hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate it, guys. You guys have been liking the videos this week. Thank you so much. You guys are incredible. They're going to go ahead and bring back the... Man, I can't even remember the name of this Pokemon right now. But we're going to go ahead and nuke it with the Blast Burn. And we take it out. It's a Dunsparce. Okay, it was a Dunsparce. And I haven't actually seen Dunsparce a lot. Sometimes what you want to do is look at what people are using. These battles are still... I think this was on Sunday during Go Battle Weekend. And I was seeing a lot of leads that were weak against fighting. So I'm like, you know what? Let's go ahead and use this team with the Shadow Machamp. And it's been working really good. They end up having a Dugong in the back. And we're going to go ahead and just easily get to the next cross chop and just be able to take it out, right? We're able to flex with 3 Pokemon in that battle. Moving on to the next one, we're going to have Shadow Machamp going up against a Stunfisk. Now, this is pretty neutral. And I'm going to show you guys something. I like to study a lot. And I like to, when I have the time, I like to look at Twitch. I like to look at... especially when there's like a tournament going on, I kind of like want to see how other players are playing, right? I'm not saying that I'm not really that I'm decent, but I want to get to a better level, right? Right here, I'm going to do a cross chop. I get to back to back. Now we CMP, and I'm going to actually show you guys what I was actually looking to do. So we're going to get that shield right here, and we're going to end up investing. We want to maintain alignment. Most of the time, you want to maintain alignment, as I mentioned earlier in this video. And we're going to get this Mud Bomb. And look what I'm going to go ahead and do right here, guys. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to look to throw right before we get to the back-to-back, right? Because sometimes you actually, you kind of want to be able to CMP them at the other one. So right here, boom. I don't think they were able to keep track of how much energy I had. We don't CMP, but I kind of faked them out to think, okay, maybe they're not there yet just yet. Let's not throw. Boom, we maintain alignment. Now we're going to go ahead and go up against a Beedrill. And I just didn't want to get taken out, right? We're going to go ahead and swap out to the Lantern. Now, it really depends. And this is why I say maintaining alignment with this team is very important. Because it is really tricky. I would actually... Okay, so for example, later on in these matchups, there's actually going to be a Dragonite lead. For that, you actually want to swap out your Charizard. And we're actually going to go ahead and get to a match where we're going to go ahead, they're going to swap and they're going to go into a Talonflame for obvious reasons. We're going to save swap to the Lantern, hard counter them, right? If you have no idea what to save swap into, right? If it's something where the Charizard won't hard counter them, where the Lantern won't hard counter them, honestly, just go with Lantern, right? We don't want them to hard counter us. Like, for example, if we somehow save swap a Charizard, and then a Bastiodon comes in, that's the last thing you want, right? So it really just depends, and just keep, as long as you keep watching, you're gonna be able to see how this team really plays out, right? We end up blast burning the Beedrill. We are able to get Obstagoon into a certain range where we can just take it out, and then we clean up with Charizard. So right here, we're gonna go ahead and go up against a Lantern lead, and this is where you want to see the Lantern, right? You don't want to pair the Charizard to the Lantern. And I'm waiting a little bit. I didn't actually expect them to catch, and this is the match where they actually save swap a Talonflame, which works out good for us. Yeah, we waste a Cross Punch, all good, but we're gonna go ahead and just farm completely down. You don't want to throw anything at all. right? I think in the past, maybe what I would have done is thrown Surf, but that makes no sense. We resist both moves, right? They're going to go ahead and Brave Bird us, and that actually did a lot more damage than I thought, honestly. And now we have so much energy. I'm looking at the top right corner there too, because I'm like, are they going to bring in their Lantern? And they do. We're going to go ahead and CMP here. I'm forced to shield for a potential Thunderbolt. And they actually ended up baiting me, so kudos to them. They bait me there. Not waste a shield. Make me use a shield. And now we're going to go ahead and Thunderbolt. We're going to go ahead for the bigger damage. And they don't shield that, which is really good for us, because now we can get to a point where, okay, I'm like, I was going to get up to the Thunderbolt, but we now know they win CMP. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw the Surf. And I think my Lantern is actually like 14 attack, so they must have 15 attack. And I'll go ahead and display the IVs for you guys here on the left side, just in case. You know, that way I give you guys correct information. They're going to go ahead and swap in a Cresselia now. And I'm going to go ahead and go for the bigger move, the Thunderbolt. And now I'm going to go ahead and just swap out to my Machamp. We no longer need him, and I feel bad. I feel bad. Shadow Machamp does so much for us. But we're going to go ahead and just use him as a third shield right here. Boom, gets taken out. And now we're going to go ahead and bring in the Charizard. And I'm just like, okay, they did Grass Knot. They're playing very well. They're not wasting all their energy. They know we're Shadow. They didn't have to use some crazy. And I'm like, what do they have? So I shield this first one. It's an Aurora Beam. And you don't see that very often. You really don't. And I'm like, dude, how much damage will that do to us? Right? We do need to get to a point, because they have a shield. So they're going to shield regardless. So we're going to go ahead and take this Aurora Beam. And I'm like, yes, we were able to take that. I now reached the Blast Burn. We're a Shadow Charizard. So this is going to be able to take them out from this range. And our opponent realizes that. So they actually end up shielding. They no shield. Not shielding. They no shield there, guys. I'm still trying to wake up here. Okay, so this is the match I'm talking about. I'm not going to go ahead and try to bait a Rock Slide. I'm just going to go ahead and save swap the Charizard right away. And I was just playing out of my mind with this set, honestly, guys. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to throw on CMP. I'm going to throw on CMP. 5 to get to the first Hydro Cannon. 4 to get to the next Hydro Cannon. We're going to go ahead and boom right there. And because they let that go, we're now in a place where, yes, we have to invest 2 shields, but we're now in a place where we can just wing attack down and get so much energy on this Charizard. And we're going to go ahead and, honestly, I knew they were going to go back with the Dragonite. I just had a feeling. So we're going to go ahead and shield this. We have to. And we're going to go ahead and just farm the rest of the way down. Excuse me, guys. And as you can see, we get so much energy. I'm going to get one more wing attack. One more wing attack. I'm looking at the top right corner just to make sure it's, yep, it's a Dragonite. We did that one wing attack, and now we're going to go ahead and throw this Dragon Claw. And I believe, just because I wasn't sure how much energy they had, I want to make sure I get their last shield. So I'm just going to throw this other one right away. And as you can see, we're like 3 wing attacks close. We're at 3 more wing attacks to get to the other Dragon Claw. And you're not going to believe this. We actually make it. So 1, 2, 3... We make it. We make it. This isn't even CMP. We make it. And our opponent should have just... I think they were at a Dragon Claw. They had to have been, right? And when we managed to take them out, we get switch, maintain alignment. We 3-ball flex there, and that trainer was mad. We just played out of our mind in that specific match. And now we win lead here, right? I think we won lead 3 times here. Now they're going to go ahead and bring in the Golbat. I'm not going to shield this first one. I'm not looking to shield this first one. I don't believe I do. We'll go ahead and find out right here. No, okay, no. It's just the Poison Fang, right? I do my best to count. I believe it's 5 to the Poison Fang, and then it's 7 to the Shadow Ball, I believe. And right here, I'm just going to go ahead and try to get a shield out of them. I'm going to look to get a shield out of them. So I'm going to go ahead and throw the Surf. I got it to the Thunderbolt. Throw the Surf. I'm not going to go for the big move here. And they end up shielding that. And now because we have that defense drop, we're going to go ahead and use the shield, right? They're going to go ahead and use Shadow Ball. I wonder how much damage I would have done. And I'm like, dude, why are we lagging here? Luckily, maybe they lagged too as well as we did. And we just farmed them down. And we have so much energy here. They're going to bring in their own Lantern. And this is great, right? We maintain alignment. And because our Charizard does not want to be paired up with no Lantern, so we're gonna go for the big move right there. And I believe what do I do here? Okay, I think I'm able to CMP here. I managed to CMP because we just have so much energy that I'm able to CMP, and I think I forced a shield out of them. I don't know how many shields I have left here. We're gonna find out. Okay, yeah, they used the shield there, and Lantern has done his job. They're probably gonna surf me. I'm in a surf range where they could take it, and they actually used Thunderbolt. Honestly, from that range, I think surf might have been enough, and it would have been enough because I had that defense drop, so misplay there on their part, but we capitalize it. We're gonna go ahead and cross chop. We don't want to throw a move because we just boom. We want to take them out. They have no more shields anyway, and now obstacle is so they just at that point they're just kudos to them though. They're not giving up. They're gonna go ahead and still staying within the match. We're gonna go ahead and use our last shield. We're not gonna go ahead and reveal to them our last Pokemon. They had no idea what they had. The Shadow Charizard. We would have been able to clean house with it, but boom, guys. So really fun team. If you have the Shadow Machamp, go ahead and use it. I honestly haven't tried the regular Machamp with this team, but I might go ahead and just use it to see how I might do. But if you have the Shadow one is the way. Thanks for watching the video, guys. I'll see you on the next one.